What do you think, what do you think America could do to kind of better integrate Hispanics into society where they're no longer kind of looked down on or?
Nothing.
No, you don't think so?
Mexicans just ain't ready for nothing. They're not. We have power and we fuck it up. You know, it's for like instance, my uncle. My uncle was a Superior Court judge in Compton.
Yeah.
Appointed by Governor Brown. Messed that up. Got a car accident. Was having an affair with a woman. The woman flew out of the car rolled over her, killed her.
Oh.
Got arrested for manslaughter.
Oh, damn.
You know, so it's just the power of, I mean, we're the majority of the people here now, and we still can't, you know, so that's never going to happen, you know, it's just the way it is, you know, it's just, America's just, I don't know, it's different, man, we're just not ready for that, to fit in with everyone else, you know. We're just what we are. We're just Mexicans.
Do you think it'll ever come a point where, I mean, to be American is just to be, because earlier in the country, it was pretty much you had to be from British to be American. And then a lot of Germans and Irish, and like, what's more American than being German-Irish? Yeah. So like 20, 50 years, do you think that maybe like there's not going to be anything more American than being like Mexican, German, Irish, or Mexican, British?
And it's weird because Mexico, we're so close. Yeah. We're right next door. And you know, California was Mexico. So was Texas. But I mean, I just think it's just something about Mexicans that it's either, yeah, you like them or you just hate them, dude. You know, it's just, I mean, I'm sure if they haven't done it by now, it's just, you know, it's just something we're just going to have to live with, you know. No, like I said, there's so many of us here now, and still, we just always put down and always go back to your own country. But, you know, it's just the way it goes, man. It's just the way it is. You know, Mexican people are just, they fuck up everything for themselves. You know, and that's just the way they are, you know. But, I mean, it's just us. You know, half the time they just don't care. None of them want to learn how to speak English. At work, I always tell them, most of the people I work with, they've been living here for 15, 20 years. They have kids, are grown and have kids. And why don't you speak English? And they're like, nah, I never want to learn. Why? Yeah, you know, they just don't want to put that effort in, you know? But, yeah, I don't know, man. That's a hard question, you know, because it doesn't, half the time doesn't make sense. You know, why aren't we more looked at as Americans? But being so close to each other as neighbors, we should have a long time ago.
Better integrated?
Yeah.
Well, again, we're talking about Mexican Americans, or you're talking about Hispanics from across the border?
I'd say let's do Mexican Americans, because that's
Mexican Americans are pretty much incorporated because through marriages, you know, they married whites, Italians, or blacks, whatever. The ones that come from across the border, they don't try to assimilate with the Mexicans here. And maybe if they tried to assimilate more with the people here, they'd get along better.
I had some of that a while ago.
Do you think that Hispanics in general can better be integrated into American society?
To be better integrated?
Yeah.
Like how should they?
Yeah. Because like a lot of white people, like I'm white, but I don't consider myself like German American. I'm just white American or just American. So what do you think could happen to make Mexican Americans just consider themselves to be American, or etc.?
Well, I think what happens is they need kind of like, well, it's slowly happening actually, because a lot of, you know, generations of them to be Mexican American, so they're losing ties to their heritage and culture. So slowly they're just going to become American.
So just time?
Just time. This would take over time.
But at one time it was pretty bad. You know, it was pretty bad at one time. Now they're kind of taking it for granted. Now they're more up to it. You know, it's getting better. Not perfect yet. I don't think it's perfect yet, but I think everything is getting better now with, you know, Mexican Americans. And I remember those things in the past, but now it's way better than it used to be.
What do you mean by things in the past?
Well, in the past, you know, they kind of downgraded the Mexicans. I went to, okay, I was in the Army, okay, and I went to West Virginia. I went to West Virginia, and they were really prejudiced up there. I couldn't believe what I saw up there. I saw that the blacks were treated real bad up there. I was walking, there was 3 of us. We were walking down the sidewalk, and here comes 4 or 5 blacks towards us. When we got enough close to them, they got up and walked on the street and went around us. And we stopped them. Hey, come here. Why did you do that? You know, we were curious. And they said, well, that's how we're trained here. They're kind of prejudiced with us, and that's the way they do it with us. And we couldn't believe it. I says, well, if you lived in California, you won't see anything like that. I says, up there, everybody's equal. So, you know, that went on. And it was okay. That's what I mean. But things are way better now. They've improved about, I would say about 95%. Maybe a little 5% is still on the west side.